Spooky. Welcome to the first episode of Spooktober, which is basically Vlogtober, but spooky vibes. Spooktober. I'm going to be trying to really watch a lot of spooky horror, thriller films and all of that for the month of October. It's also my birthday month. For anybody who is wondering, for anybody who cares, happy birthday to me. And as a treat to me, I will be spending the month of October watching spooky, scary stuff. I do love watching, spooky, scary, amazing stuff for the month of October. So grab your drink, grab your very cozy clothing item. I have here my mug that I got from Marshall's, I think. Yeah, Marshall's. This was $5. I love it so much. What's in here is sparkling water, non-alcoholic ginger beer, dry wet wine, and it is a skinny girl cocktail. I love it so much. And being environmental friendly with my cardboard straws. Yes. Yeah, my drink is kind of amazing or whatever. Welcome. I don't know how long I'll keep this, but the goal is to do an episode every single day. A spooky episode. And of course, I will be watching, a lot of other movies and TV shows that are current. That's been released in the last few weeks, or that's going to be released this month. I will be watching spooky movies and television shows based off of a TikTok that went viral. I think it has nearly 3 million views, and this TikToker created a calendar of every single day a movie and a TV show that you would watch. And let me just tell you, I'm going to try and follow it. I am going to try and follow it for the month of October, and it's going to be so much fun. So the goal is to watch one movie, one or a TV show, whatever, each and every day, and come to you guys to record and discuss with you. I was going to say record, but obviously record. And I will also be putting audio episodes on Spotify. Only on Spotify right now, because I'm trying to figure out how to get it to the other platforms, but until then, there will be a day where I would say you can get it anywhere where you listen to podcasts. But until then, Spotify. And let's get into it. So we are talking about Agatha. There's a TV show that I watched, and this is how I came across this TV show. So I was scrolling TikTok, as I usually do. I scroll too much TikTok, to be quite honest with you. Too much TikTok. And I saw a trailer of the TV show. And I thought that was really interesting, really fun, really cutesy. And I thought it would be the perfect thing to watch for, whatever I usually end up watching. These television shows and movies. And these days, it's usually in the evenings. And so I turned it on this weekend and I binged it, but they only came out with 2 or 3 episodes at a time. That they're doing this thing, and it's on Disney Plus, by the way, where you're sitting down and watching one episode at a time. When they do know, they trained us to binge an entire season. So I don't know why Disney Plus is doing this, but for those of you who do not know about the show, set after the events of WandaVision, Agatha Harkness recruits some unlikely allies on her quest to regain her former powers and uncover the secrets of the Darkhold. So, for anybody who's wondering, she's basically a kind witch who goes around and she just tries to figure out how to get her magical powers back again. And with these TV shows and movies, I really don't take these things too seriously. I do not get scared. I do not open my eyes wide for the scary parts. I really don't. I close my eyes for the scary parts. I don't need to be seeing the alien's face, the creature's face. I'm good. But to be scared and surprised in each nick and corner, cranny of the movie and TV show is fun. So with that being said, this movie is not a scary movie or television show. It's very much kid-friendly, hence Disney Plus. And when I knew, there are about 20 characters that I can name you are probably the best of my generation. I would say Catherine Hahn is definitely one of them. Catherine Hahn is so good, such an amazing actor. I can't say to her singing skills or anything, even though she did sing in this movie and her singing was incredible, but her acting skills is really good. I really do like her acting skills. So is her acting like really good here? I would say like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But it's a really fun, with the family type of vibe. Sit down and you're getting along this ride while they walk down this scary path trying to figure out how they can all get what they want. It's a group of, girls who one, is trying to get money. The other one is trying to gain, confidence and, prestige and power. There's one who one gets, to be looked at in a favorable way. So with that being said, all of these girls end up going on this path where they hopefully lead to getting what they want in life. And Catherine Hahn is played by Agatha Harkness. And I really do like Catherine Hahn as Agatha. Some unlikely actors are in this. Shashir Zamata, didn't think she would be in this. Also, Aubrey Plaza, really random, didn't think she would be in this. We also have Patti LuPone and Alian, like really crazy, random casting, but that somehow works. And of course, like a lot these days, they're looking at like making the cast more diverse and whatever, but I think they made it work in terms of personality. Everybody kind of blends together. And then you have Joe Locke. And then, there's going to be some unlikely people. Also, Deborah Jo Rupp, who's also from the 70s show. She's in this, but she's been in a lot of little things here and there all throughout, in the last couple of years. So I'm not surprised she's in this. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. They already released 3 episodes and I watched all 3. It was very good. I like it a lot. It does remind me of the early Disney days. It seems like they've put a lot of production value, a lot of effort into these episodes, and I love that. These days, production companies and writers and directors are quite lazy. Like, there's no art of creating a good TV show that's also funny, where the cast blends, where it makes sense, and the world is like interesting. So you're watching it because of the world. I'm watching partly because of the world, because the world in there is like really interesting and fun. So that's why I'm watching it, and I'm having a blast so far. I really am, and I can't wait for the 4th, 5th, 6th. I thought they would drop the entire season, but they didn't. But that is fine, I guess, but I do hate on that. I really do think it depends. It makes sense for them to drop this season 1 episode at a time every single week, because it's probably really popular. So they want to have us savor the episode, savor the season, versus just like dropping the entire season. They tend to do this with episodes that are quite popular, probably to keep people on the platform, because if you're going to be coming back to the platform, for 8 weeks, that's longer than you just watching it over, a rotting weekend, like a weekend where you just rot in your bed and just like watch TV shows. I don't have a rotting weekend. I have like a rotting day where I tend to do that, but I still tend to do a lot of stuff done. I'm the type of person who keeps TV shows and movies in the background while she does laundry and study and all these sorts of things. So it's really fun. I don't hate anything about it. I like the fact that there's tons of storylines. The characters are quite developed. Agatha is a nice but smart but also greedy, and there's a past to her that people who didn't read or doesn't know anything about her lore or her past or her books or whatever, that people, we want to know more about that. Aubrey Plaza, who plays Rio Vidal, basically the bad guy, the antagonist in the TV show. We want to know more about that. So there's a lot of things you can like grip your teeth into because it's so interesting. And so I'll be back watching more from that. I really am, and I'm really excited to see where all of this goes. And nothing to really say about it other than I like the fact that they're spending 1 episode per test, I guess, and we'll see what happens after they finish all the entire test. So there's that. And then we have a second scary thing that I watched on a random called The Night Swim. I've been wanting to watch it for quite some time. The Night Swim is about a girl. So she's forced into early retirement by a degenerative illness. Former baseball player Ray Waller moves into a new house with his wife and 2 children. He hopes that the backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids, but it ends up being this pool full of dark, creepy, haunted creatures or something like that, where if you move into the house, they have to take your soul or take a soul. You cannot leave without taking a soul. And so we see at the end that the father sacrificed himself. And the fact that they still end up staying in the house but breaking down the pool. I'm telling you right now, if that was a black family, there's no way in hell we would have moved out. First of all, the first night that even happened. Second of all, we would have not stayed in the house. We would have sold the house and moved out, because there's no way in hell. And third of all, we would have fight for our man. The fact that the man just like sacrificed himself, the fact that he just sacrificed himself into like my entire family would have fought for my father. We would have gone into the pool. We would have beat him up, then come back and be like, and drag the corpse of that dead thing, cast him out, and cast him out with a Bible and tell him to go back to where you came from. That's what a black family, I feel like, would have done, because there's no way. I mean, to me, the entire family knew there was something in there, and the kids, especially the 15-year-old, was like, I don't want to tell dad and mom that there's a haunted thing in the thing. And even though it grabbed my arm and grabbed my legs when I was swimming with the crush that I liked from high school and I saw his face, I'm not going to tell mom. No. There's no way a black kid would have been like, they'd be like, Mom, look what happened to me. Excuse me? I feel like culture and race is different in these situations, I feel like. And the fact that the father just sacrificed himself without no fighting, no nada, that's weird. But then again, the kid would have died, I guess. But I don't know. It's like, it is scary. It is very scary. I really do think both movies are scary. But it's just how they reacted to the scary creature in the swimming pool is just so not relatable. So not real. I feel like the way what I would have called the cops, called the FBI, told people who actually investigate ghosts for a living, I would have cussed him out with prayer. I would have done all these sorts of things instead of being like, oh, is there something inside the pool? No, that couldn't happen to me. With that being said, the acting was mediocre, but the scariness was like 11 out of 10. It was scary. And I don't know how they did all these scenes too, as in water. I'm assuming that everybody who's casted in this movie needed to be an excellent swimmer. You cannot be a mediocre swimmer, to be in this movie. So it made sense everybody who was inside this movie had to be really good at swimming. So with that being said, that's the only way I can come up with the explanation of them being in the water, underneath the water for 4 or 5 minutes at a time, and they're literally swimming for their lives, right? There's no unless they edit it to make it look like it's 4 to 5 minutes underneath water. But I do feel like all of them had to have tons of lessons on how to keep your breath underneath water for long periods of time, even if it's for 1 or 2 minutes, just for filming some of these scenes. I'm curious. I wonder if I'm sure. I think that's what happened with Avatar. When they filmed Avatar, the latest Avatar that came out a couple of years ago. It was last year. I don't even know. I think it's a couple of years ago now. A lot of the actors had to do a lot of breath work when it comes to filming before they filmed a lot of scenes underneath the water. And so, interesting. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's okay. I'm not feeling any like warming tingliness. It's very scary, like very scary on the scary scale. I do have a lot of like warmy tingleness when it comes to Agatha, the TV show. So I'm really excited. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to probably binge. I like binging. I don't like waiting every single episode, because if I wait every single episode, I'm going to forget that I'm gonna forget about the show. I really am. I am gonna forget about the show. So I think I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks, binge, and what I like to do, I'm gonna come back by the end of the month and give my updates on all the shows that I finished seasons on, and we go from there. But so far, guys, it's been so much fun watching scary, spooky movies and TV shows, and it's my birthday month. I have so many thoughts in regards to my birthday, and maybe I'll create like a little video about what I think about my birthday, but I'll weave it into the other episodes and give my thoughts as I get closer to my birthday. My birthday is at the end of the month. You'll be surprised on when my birthday is. You can probably guess in the comments. But those are my thoughts on those two. One's very scary. That's The Night Swim. And then Agatha is very much, warm. I would say when it comes to warm and cozy, like the epitome of warm and cozy is Halloween Town, and then like the scary, at the other end of that is like scariness. I would say it would have to be, oh my God, it's not a Halloween movie, but to me the scariest movie I've ever seen are the Purge, or those movies with when they videotape themselves. It's the point of view of the camera in the room. Oh my God. Scary movie. I'm going to put this in Google and pull it up. Scary movie, camera, room. Oh my God. I forgot. It will come to me in the next episode. Until then, stay woke, stay safe, especially this October season. Just stay in, watch a movie or two, and follow me along. So next episode, there'll be the movie that I'm actually gonna end up watching, and I'm so excited to watch it. And I'm gonna be watching new, scary, creepy movies for the first time, because I will be following this content movie TV show calendar of all the scary, spooky movies for October, and I'll be watching one each and every night. And hopefully we'll see how long I can keep this up. Until then, bye guys. I hope you guys stay safe this spooky October. Bye.